Solitude. Without solitude, love will not stay long by your side. Love needs to rest so that it can journey through the heavens and reveal itself in other forms. Without solitude, no plant or animal can survive. No soil can remain productive. No child can learn about life. No artist can create. No work can grow and be transformed. Solitude is not the absence of love, but its complement. Solitude is not the absence of company, but the moment when our soul is free to speak to us and help us decide what to do with our own lives. Therefore, blessed are those who do not fear solitude, those who are not afraid of their own company, who are not always out desperately looking for something to do, something to amuse themselves with, something to judge. If you're never alone, you'll never know yourself. And if you don't know yourself, you'll begin to fear the void. But the void doesn't exist. A whole world lies hidden in our souls waiting to be discovered. There it is with all its strength intact, but it's so new and so powerful that we're afraid to acknowledge its own existence. The act of discovering who we are will force us to accept that we can go further than we think, and that frightens us. We think that maybe it's best not to even take the risk. We can always say, I didn't do what I should have done because they wouldn't allow me. That feels more comfortable, safer. But at the same time, it's tantamount to renouncing your own life. Pity to those who prefer spending their lives saying, I never had any opportunities. Because with each day that passes, they're going to sink deeper into the well of their own limitations. And the time is going to come when they'll lack the strength to climb out and rediscover the bright light shining through the opening above their head. And blessed be those who say, I'm not brave enough, because they know that it's not someone else's fault. And sooner or later, they'll find the necessary faith to confront solitude and its mysteries. For those who are not frightened by the solitude that reveals all mysteries, everything's going to have a different taste. In solitude, they'll discover the love that might otherwise have arrived unnoticed. In solitude, they'll understand and respect the love that left them. In solitude, they'll be able to decide whether it's worth asking that lost love to come back, or if they should simply let it go and set off along a new path. In solitude, they'll learn that saying no does not always show a lack of generosity, and that saying yes is not always a virtue. And those who are alone in this moment need never be frightened by the word of the devil that says, you're wasting your time, or when he says, no one cares about you. The divine energy is listening to us when we speak to other people, but also when we're still and silent and able to accept solitude as a blessing. And in that moment, its light illuminates everything around us and helps us to see that we are necessary, that our presence on earth makes us immense, an immense difference to its work. And when we achieve that harmony, we'll receive more than what we ask for. For those who feel oppressed by solitude, it's important to remember that life's most significant moments were always alone. Take the child being birthed from a woman's womb. It doesn't matter how many people are present, the final decision to live rests with the child. Take the artist and his work. In order for his work to be really good, he needs to be really still and hear only the language of the angels. Take all of us. When we find ourselves face to face with the unwanted visitor, death, we'll all be alone at that moment, and the most feared moment of our existence. Just as love is the divine condition, so solitude is the human condition. And for those who understand the miracle of life, those two states peacefully coexist. Solitude.